Since earliest times, people have been fascinated by the animal world, with both interest and understandable fear. In the wild, it's eat or be eaten, and there are fierce predators that you wouldn't want to meet alone and unprotected, more than anywhere in Africa. Where once we lived in fear of being attacked by wild animals, they now have far more to fear from us. Where once they roamed free and flourished, now Africa's iconic creatures struggle for survival in game reserves and parks. Their dwindling populations vulnerable in so many ways, not least to the ravages of disease. What has tipped the balance in our favour is our science and technology, developed for the sole purpose of advancing human interests. Such has been our success in this quest that the wheel of life is seriously out of kilter, in Africa and worldwide. Will we wait for it to be rebalanced by environmental catastrophe, one which will affect all species, including ourselves? Or can we avert such a crisis through considered action? Is it possible for us to transform our self-interest and turn our technological capability to serve the interests of all species with unprecedented ingenuity and compassion? Only time will tell. In this series, we see at first hand the efforts of a few individuals, determined to not only monitor and restore the vitality of Africa's wild animals, but also to provide some insurance for the future and to avert mass extinction of these unique species. Are these people tomorrow's heroes? Or are they just maverick crusaders vainly trying to stop the inevitable? In this episode, one of the world's most feared and admired creatures, the African lion, is the subject of an intensive research and biobanking project, intended to better understand and help the species survive in the long term. A more radical initiative designed to study in minute detail the possible effects of climate change on the behaviour of the African kudu antelope creates the controversial bionic buck. And in a face-off between laboratory science and a homegrown approach, a humble African rat is used in an effort for early detection of tuberculosis, a major health problem in southern Africa. The African lion has fascinated people for time immemorial, an iconic symbol of courage and strength across the globe. Human technology has turned the tables on such fierce creatures, and any well-equipped human being has the decisive advantage in a direct confrontation with a lion. But the real tragedy runs much deeper, with the health of today's lion populations now under severe threat. In many parts of Africa, lions have lost so much of their habitat, and their roaming grounds have been so seriously constricted that inbreeding is causing major genetic defects, susceptibility to disease, and even infertility. It's a good thing that someone's looking out for their welfare.
We're off to the lion pens. They've separated the two that we're going to be doing. I think it's the one on the right that we're going to do. Being lions, they don't, you know, listen to people and say, you know, open your mouth and let me look in your mouth and can I take some hair and can I take some tissue? They tend to bite. So we need to dart them to be able to work safely with them. He's beautiful, eh?